to today's video. In this video we're using the Ezy-rig board to do a complete rig start to finish using the hair rig gauge tool, the hair rig sizer at a 4-inch, and we'll put the finished rig on a rig stick just to show how good it turns out. In fact, there's actually 2 rigs, so we tie one and really demonstrate how easy it is to rinse and repeat using the rig board, the loop tyre, to make perfect rigs every time. But before we get to that, please like, subscribe, check out our social media pages, and don't forget to stop by our website and check out the products that we're showing and demonstrating. And now to the Ezy-rig board. We're going to use our Riaco Ezy-rig board to make a couple of 4-inch rigs that'll fit nicely on this rig stick that I've got here. So I want to do 2 just to demonstrate that you can repeat the rig exactly the same, perfectly, over and over again using this bit of kit. So we're going to use the 4-inch guide, we're going to size the air rigs as well, finish everything off with a loop tyre, and do 2 identical rigs. So you grab your line, make yourself your loop to start with, double twist, get your line wet, pull it tight. There's a whole loop tyre video separate to this as well if you want to just look at the loop tyre. Just make sure everything's tight, it's neat enough. Get rid of that tag end. There you go, hook number 1. So I'll put a mark on the rig board just so I know I'm using the same hair rig sizing part of the gauge each time. So you just loop your hair over the top pin. You can also put bait bands over the top as well, or the turbo stops. The turbo stop will just sit just above with a line running through the slot, and the hook goes down the bottom. If you keep hold of the hook, and if you're running the line through your fingers, you can use that just to put a bit of tension in it, just to make sure that you've got it right every time, and you just lift it off. Then you've got your hair rig sized. Just pinch that between your finger and your thumb, keeping your line down there as well, and you just got to finish your knotless knot off. That's how to do it. This line's going to go back through the back of the hook, back to front. Look at that pull. I'm going to put the hook on that side because I want to grab it the other way. What I want to do is put the hook down like that. There we go. I'm going to do it that way. So this way I can put a bit of tension in the line, and I can grab the line down by the hook and pop the hook off. And that way I give myself a nice big loop to get the loop tyre behind, and then you just, as you normally would, double twist. Line goes in the mouth of the loop tyre. So at this point you want to get it wet just to stop any friction, and you're going to pull it down tight, up over the top, catch it, wiggle him off, and there we have finished rig. Nice neat loops. Trim that tag end off, get rid of that. Get my rig stick, And with using the Ezy-rig guide, what you should have is a nice tight 4-inch hair rig, which we'll be able to repeat over and over again. There you go. As you can see, it's nice and tight, just the way I like them. So now we're going to do round 2 and demonstrate that we can repeat that over and over and over again. So I'm going to grab a bit more line. I'll start again. And I'm sure as the rig aficionados can see that I ain't the greatest of rig tyres. In fact, I don't do it a lot at all. Yeah, this has been a bit of a revelation for me. Up until this, I'd have just bought rigs. Just wasn't, tying rigs wasn't my thing. What am I doing? First we're going to tie the loop. But it's surprising how easy rig tying is with a little bit of knowledge and a go, and some good tools to tie rigs with. So there you go, hook number 2. And he goes. Again, just like, use my mark so I know we're doing the same one. Just pop that over there. Try and grab hold of the eye of the hook. You put the hook at the bottom. Got the line running through your other fingers. You could just use that just to put a bit of tension in the line so you know it feels the same as the first one. And then what you get is a rig that'll be, or a hair length that'll be exactly the same each time. Finish your knot off. And lines going through the back. And then finishing the rig off. And if you want to twist it on its side, I find that to work well for me, so I can pull it right down. I can grab both bits of line down that end by the hook and pop it off after keeping that tension in. Got plenty of space to tie my loop with the line, make it nice and easy for myself. So wet it again, pull it tight, get a tug, pull that over, make sure everything's cinched down nice and tight, wiggle him off, and there we go, one more 4-inch hair rig. Let's get rid of that tag end. I'll show you how well that fits again a second time on my rig stick. There we go, again, tight. 2 perfect rigs. 2 perfect 4-inch rigs. Carbon copy length on the hairs. Carbon copy rigs. Using the Ezy-rig board every time. and as easy as can be.